Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. We're about to go on a little walk down memory lane with my first doll pictured here that I finally had the nerve to make a body and outfit for. All my dolls were made from Super Sculpting, about 18 inches, painted with acrylics and painted eyes. I did not use glass eyes actually until 2000, as I was a painter formerly in my other life, and I just wanted to use my artistry to create these beautiful eyes. It just made it more personal for me. My early work was not babies, as most of you that know me today, but little expressive black children that got the attention of the doll world in 1992 at Idex in California. The face of this particular doll, it looks flat. It was a flat face, and this was my struggle because I was a painter. I hadn't resolved how to make something look three-dimensional, and I really struggled with this for about a year or so. Once I figured it out, it was game on. This cutie was made in 1995, so I had a few years sculpting under my belt. She is one of my earliest toddlers, I think about 21 inches. I'm still proud today of what she looks like. I was no longer sculpting the flat faces. I had figured it out. This little girl actually is one of the first dolls that I used my son's hair, Torrance hair. And over the years, as he got older, he was like, I would want him to grow his hair out, and he's like, Mom, and as he got older, it got to be a little more, Mom, no, I'm not growing the hair out. But people love the fact that my babies, my little girls, had human hair. So it just made it's just another thing to make them really authentic. I'm all about authenticity. I've always had a fascination with sculpting expressions, especially in the ones that show teeth. Her sculpting is quite crude, I think, but the teeth were always on point. They even had an armature back then. This piece was called Bahamas Boy with Shell. He was created in 2000. As many of you know, I was born in the Bahamas, and so I wanted to create him to reflect my heritage. He features, he's holding a shell from the Bahamas. He's mounted on a base that's from actual sand from home and dry wood. So I really, really enjoyed making him. And he was my first upper body sculpt. He did have a lower cloth midsection, and he's just really, really unique. Now this little girl with this infectious smile was a favorite of mine. Again, my love of sculpting teeth. She's 16 inches with human hair that was glued directly onto her head. I was told from the very beginning that my dolls had a lot of heart and soul. And even though they were primitive in that way, people could see that there was something in them that made them extra special. And I was just glad that I was able to capture that beauty of the black child. This little drama queen was a hoot to create. She did not want to wear that hat. My sculpting had improved a lot at this time, and I was encouraged to keep it up. Capturing these expressive moments in a sculpt was what brought me notoriety around the world. I was creating realistic black children, and not in a stereotypical way, but just showing the purity of children being caught in the moment, captured in that moment in time. This is Raster Boy. Interesting story with him. I actually bought dreadlocks from a friend of a friend. Sadly, I can't find the photos that show his actual hair, but I wanted him to be very realistic looking, very authentic, and I just had to use real dreadlocks. So I cut them down, washed them up, and I applied them delicately to his head, and he just looks like a real rustic kid. His eyes, they're painted. Remember, I wasn't using glass eyes back then. were just really cool to do. And of course, the sweaters, I had my designer. She just gave him the total finished look. This is Satori sculpt. Let me preface this by saying that I'm a formally trained portrait artist. I received a degree in drawing, and I always wanted to be able to do portraits. I was really good drawing the portraits, but the huge thing I wanted to do was be able to translate that into my sculpts. Of course, I was years away from accomplishing that feat, but I was willing to put in the time and the effort. But when I sculpted my son, who is now 34 years old, he was about 2 or 3 in the doll, the representation, and I recently showed him this photo, and he said to me, "OMG, Mom, you made a voodoo doll of me." Aha! Amazingly, the portrait looked just like him. All of the early babies had the human hair, so this doll of him had his actual hair. And yes, for many years I did harvest their hair. Again, my quest for authenticity. This is Junkanoo Girl. Junkanoo is a celebration in the Bahamas. It happens twice a year, at Christmas and New Year's. And basically it's a celebration. Everybody gets out on the streets in the middle of the night and they're dancing. It's similar to Carnival, but we call it Junkanoo. And the kids get all dressed up in costume as represented with my little Junkanoo Girl. The bright colors, and it's just a really festive time. And I was really thrilled with how she turned out. She's very authentic looking. Last but not least is my goat skin drummer. I was very proud of this piece as it really captured the moment and the enthusiasm and glee of a child participating in the Junkanoo Festival. He's beating that drum with all the passion in his eyes, even though they're painted, but it just really captures the moment. My Junkanoo boy, love him. Well, that's it for my walk down memory lane. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love sharing my beginnings with you, and I hope that this is a learning moment, especially for the newer artists out there that may get frustrated with what they're doing. I am a testament to, if you work really hard, they don't have to look beautiful right from the beginning. You press on. It helps to have encouragement around you. And thank you so much for visiting my channel. Please like and subscribe, and be sure to click that notification bell, because it's going to be a lot more stuff for you to see and learn about me, Lorna Millicent. Thank you, guys.